What's up, guys? So today we want to walk you through a little project that we have. If you call Andrew, we went to TopShelf not too long ago, and I fell in love with this refugium
Monos Scat red refugiums.
Monos Scat red refugium. Okay. We recently visited TopShelf. You know, we've been in Worldwide Coral before. We went to ACI. It seems like everyone has some kind of form of a refugium, whether it be an algae scrubber or what have you. Now, there's a big discussion, just like we have with LED and metal halides, about refugiums. Some people don't like them. Some people think they pull out too much iron. Some people love them, but I think we're going to try it out.
That they don't scale enough and they don't do enough relative to, I mean, in this tank, the big display, we would probably have to have a refugium the size of this room.
Right. But it depends on what you're trying to do, right?
Of course.
I thought it was very interesting the way TopShelf was doing it. So, and what we're gonna do is try to mimic that in this 60-gallon cube, this 2x2x2 refugium that's gonna be on the right side of these two 250s that are daisy chains. These two 250 grow out tanks are very important to us because we have some super high-end TopShelf acros along with Jake's acros are gonna be in there. Now, what did they do that was unique, you think, Andrew, that was different than just a typical refugium with sand or mud and some Cheeto in there? What was different about these?
One, it was well, it's not different. You definitely saw that circulation going, and it was that red pom-pom algae.
Yeah.
And then they had the Monos Scats and some other fish to literally feed that algae.
All right, so let's break that down in three different ways, right? So the first thing is the rotation. The rotation is very simple. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use this Vectra L1, okay? It's gonna be this pump is gonna be in the sump. This is really important, and why? What I've done in the past is try to put a power head in the back of the tank, you know, and then shooting 45-degree angles, and it worked perfectly.
It spins, but then it gets caught up.
It gets clogged up because that pump inside the refugium, it pulls from the back and pushes out. But when it's pulling Cheeto or macroalgae, whatever you have in there. But with this, having the flow coming from the outside, and then, you know, Kevin walked me through how he did this. He actually created this, Kevin, for the owner of TopShelf. We're gonna put PVC. That's pretty much gonna line the back here. We're gonna use some 3/4 inch. So the PVC, it's recommended you get a little bit longer, wider PVC, like 1 inch, but I'm gonna go with 3/4 inch to see how it looks. I'm just gonna dry fit it, and we're essentially gonna put it all along the back and then just do a splitter right here in the center. I'm gonna remove this overflow and just, you know, blade it out because this is gonna be on the bottom of the tank. Put a splitter in here and then just have the PVC where it goes right above the bottom there with a directional push so that there's no pulling of the water. That's happening in the other sump. We're gonna play around with this, see how it goes.
I'm removing the overflow box from this 60 cubes so that we could make a refugium out of it and have a larger surface area for the color for the tumble in. Okay. We're gonna slice up both sides of the box. Being careful to not hit the bottom silicone. That's it.
We're going to be using an external pump feeding the water from the sump so that we don't have to worry about it being clogged because it's not going to be in the main tank. We're also going to be able to be using the Vectra L2, which is definitely a little oversized, but being that we're making a spray bar, we're going to need the extra pressure. And also be able to control the pump being a DC pump and not being stuck with just a regular AC pump that has a standard output.
Yeah, the controllability is great, and if you want to come here really quick, Patty, just to take a quick look at what's happening. I mean, we pretty much just repurposed a simple 60-gallon cube. We painted it on all sides. You guys saw earlier, Jonathan just take, you know, this overflow out. Jonathan, you told me a couple of tips about this and what not to do so that you're not creating a leak.
So that we don't get close to the bottom seam, like we just cut down on the both verticals to an inch or so above it, and you're able to just roll it forward and it just pops off the bottom. Right. And then we'll just clean up this other silicone to about an inch from the bottom.
And what do you plan on doing about those holes? How are you going to cap those out?
We're going to use their standard bulkheads, and we'll put them in there with just some PVC plugs glued in, and then we'll drill our holes where we need them for our spray bars and for a drain up top.
And you'll elevate this slightly so that this stays flush, and then maybe we just...
Yeah, we'll probably put the bulkheads in upside down so that we have more clearance, and then we'll set the tank on a frame to clear the bulkheads.
We'll lay everything out. We'll put it in the descriptions. If you guys have any questions, let us know. So we'll have a part 2 to what we're dropping this Friday of the actual tank with the pom-poms and maybe even the fish with the tumble. But right now, Nisha will walk you through the whole detail of how it's